Like, let's be real.
Every fucking. Let's be real.
It's a
every
who's
award
who
show
of
is
who's
rigged.
yeah, and it's across the board that way, and it's been that way since the fucking in like 80s with fucking Emmys and shit like that.
Oh yeah. Do I agree it's rigged? Yes. Do I agree with what's being shown for like the video game awards? Also, yes.
Right.
I have like, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely rigged. But I will say, obscure, Expedition 33.
I still think the fact that Neo didn't get a fucking bid and he started pitching a fit, and Asmon's like, "Of course you fucking didn't. You view bot for 80,000 viewers." Like,
I don't know who Neo is.
He's the fucking pissant little shitbird that goes around. Like, for a while he was like, "Oh, I'm dying," and was trying to get fucking sympathy clout.
No.
Like, even his he's the skinny little nerdy shit fuck. And when I say skinny little nerdy shit fuck, like, I mean, even fucking people that grew up in chess club will go, "Dude, you're a fucking, like, you're a whack ass fucking geek." Like, even dude, like there's a limit of fucking
we grew
nerdism.
Up playing Pokemon. Dude, we grew up playing Pokemon in a time period where video games were not cool.
Right.
You're like, preaching to the choir.
Exactly. And this little spit fuck is like, "Dude, you nerdy ass bastard. Like, what the fuck?" And like, and he's a little shit, and he's an entitled little shit. That's the other part. That's the part that I hate. But he started throwing a fit. But even Asmon is like, "Dude, you fucking view botted. Of course you're not getting a fucking bid regardless. Like, the numbers speak for themselves. No, the fuck they don't. The numbers speak for what you paid for." like, not for nothing. But even Asmon's like, he has no problem with Pokimane. He has no problem with XQC Cinderella. Or Cutie Cinderella, whatever her fucking name is. He's like, "I don't have a problem with them. The issue is that they have developed this, like, the quote is that they have developed an, what's the word I'm looking for?
Obsession?
No. Basically it means made a community of hyper-aware or fucking extremely just toxic people, and now they're stuck. Now they're stuck having to pander to their own communities. They're essentially chat locked because of who their chats are and what their chats are, which is kind of like, it's kind of shitty. It's kind of sad. That they're like, he's like, "I feel bad for Pokey. I feel bad for fucking Cutie Cinderella," because like they are decent enough people, but the fucking communities they have developed and have pandered to and have brought into existence and given validity are just shitty.
I don't have
horrible people.
I don't have the only reason I don't have any fucking sympathy for XQC mainly is because he's a.
I meant Cutie Cinderella. I'm sorry.
Oh, Cutie Cinderella.
Yeah, I said XQC.
I'm about to say, like, Cinderella. I have no respect for XQC.
Yeah, I said XQC Cinderella for some reason. I don't know why.
Cutie Cinderella, yes. But like XQC does not get any fucking sympathy points from me after the little like Marvel Rivals bitch fit he threw.
Oh yeah, that's fucking stupid. So, like,
did you like he started accusing like the team he was up against of smurfing while smurfing on stream?
Right. It's like, huh,
brother,
meet kettle. How are you today?
I'm like, I'm not even bitching about your
farrier
politics.
work sounds like fucking great. Honestly, Montana would be a great fit for any farrier work as well. There's a shit ton of horses and cattle ranches out there too.
I'm just thinking to myself, it's not even about whether I agree with someone's politics or not. If you're gonna fucking be a hypocrite, I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. You're gonna
catch shit for it, yeah.
You're gonna catch shit for it. And like XQC, like there's rumors, like keep in mind these are just rumors, so take them with a grain of salt.
Right.
There's a lot of rumors going around that Marvel Rivals tournament XQC tried to pay to put to his advantage because he did have the money.
Honestly, like,
and he still lost.
Like, here's the thing with streamers and I say this as somebody who full-time streams.
Yes.
Regan, streamers, when given the opportunity, in most cases, are going to try to fucking clout farm in any situation, regardless of whether it's a tournament, regardless of whether it's an IRL bullshit, whatever it may be. It's just, it's one thing after another. Now, to go on to the point of like the video itself of what you sent. So,
that guy, no.
So what the senators and all of them said, so like outside like what his commentary was on it, because I'm going to ignore his commentary altogether. At a certain point, I was just like, I'm tuning his ass out. He's become just stupid.
I have glide. I forgot.
That's why I said like he could cut himself out the video and the video would have been perfectly fine. Because it would have given the information as it was, no bells, whistles, or extra bullshit about it, right? It would have just been like, here's the information.
Quite literally, he could have just shown the tweets and not said anything, and his point would have been made better.
Right. Like, it was just one of those videos where it was like, he didn't need to talk as much as he did. He really didn't.
No. No, and that's just the thing about everything.
Right. But here's the thing.
With every, like, fucking drama farm.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
I just got really pissed off because...
What the senators and everything else was saying, they were right and they were wrong. And this is why I say this.
I agree with that.
They were right in reminding military members that it is actually within military bylaws. It is in the NJP that you are bound to uphold any, and I say this and I emphasize this part specifically, legal and lawful orders. Unlawful orders. And this is what why I wanted to get into it, because I had this up on another tab the other day. So let me kind of bring this back up. So the definition of what is an unlawful order, the key characteristics of it is if it violates the law, if it's a violation of rights, if it's clearly illegal, or if it is an, and this is the part that is important, if it is an ethical violation.
Yes. Because
here's the thing. Military law and laws in general do not cover fucking everything. They just don't. All right?
No.
There's a reason why there is now a law. It is illegal to tie your pet alligator to a fire hydrant. All right? Somebody inevitably did it. We had to make a law about it because some moron decided it was a good idea at one point in time. Before that, there was no law. There was no law for that.
Don't forget the lovely Maine law of you are not allowed to bring your alpaca onto a plane.
Right. Somebody would have had to do it. That's the point. Is somebody would have had to do this dumb shit, and something bad happened because of it. Now, because of that, not every law has been made. Not everybody has thought of every stupid possible thing that somebody could do. So that's why the ethical part of it is very important.
Yes.
Now, reminding military members that you are actually encouraged, you are expected to not follow unlawful orders. One of my chiefs, when I first got in, he had been on deployment. I think he had been on 8 different deployments. Like, he was a 19-year chief. He was so close to retirement. He was like, I am so ready to just retire, be done, spend time with my kids and my grandkids. Yeah, like that was his mentality. He was already checked out. He was already done. So at that point, he was no longer in the mentality of, oh, it's fucking military before anything else. Da 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 da. He wasn't no fucking gung ho hoorah fucking motivated son of a bitch, just blowing smoke up people's ass. Right? He was at the point in his career where he was very much like, this is what it is. This is what it's like. This is what is expected of you. I've been in for fucking almost 20 years. This is legitimately what you can expect while you're in. Yeah. And this is my experience while I'm in, while I wasn't. And so he was very knowledgeable. He gave a lot of context to a lot of things, any questions that were asked. He was one where he very much wanted to impart his wisdom and his knowledge to the next generation, regardless of rank, regardless of status, regardless of any of it. And he was a very good chief. I absolutely adore him. Like, I would have gone to fucking hell and back for this man. Straight the fuck up. I wouldn't have given a shit. Like, he was one of those guys where, all right, boys, we're going into fucking gunfire. That motherfucker would have been in the front. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, and there are actually fucking reports of him literally going into gunfire to drag Marines out of stupid situations. Like, and I don't mean like, okay, we're getting out of here. Oh, nope. I mean, grab motherfucker by a horse collar and drag his ass through the dirt while fucking and rounds are coming down range. Like, this is just that kind of guy. Straight up. One of the bravest, one of the coolest dudes I have ever fucking met. One of the guys, while I was in, I respected the most. Because he was unapologetically who he was. He was straightforward with somebody. If he didn't know something, he would fucking fall on like, I have no fucking clue. Let's go figure it out. And he would walk with you and figure it out with you. You know? Like that was, like, there was no like, go figure it out and report back to me. It wasn't any of that fucking sit behind a desk and fucking tell people what to do. It was, if you found him behind a desk, there was only 2 times you were doing that. Number 1, if he was eating lunch because he ate lunch at his desk, it was a fucking ritual for him. And number 2, if he was making his coffee in the morning, because that motherfucker had a French press in his office, and he made sure he made fresh motherfucking coffee every goddamn morning. He wasn't drinking no swill that the rest of us were. He's like, I paid for my fucking coffee. I paid for good goddamn coffee beans. Motherfucker,
took his military pay and went, you know what I want?
You guys.
A French press.
Straight the fuck. It was a fucking beautiful one, too. Like, oh my God.
Great.
I asked him one time, like, how much did you spend on that? He's like, way too fucking much, but it was worth every goddamn penny. Like, as he's pressing the fucking coffee. So,
oh my God.
Like, he was just one of those guys. He was great. He would never admit to how much he paid for it. And I asked him when he retired, why do you never tell us how much you paid for that fucking thing? He's like, because if I tell y'all, somehow it's going to get back to my wife and she's not allowed to know. 100% to avoid the couch. That was his whole reasoning.
Okay, so I have a story. So I was watching a John Oliver Tonight thing, which was fucking hilarious because it had to do with something that honestly needs to be a law that needs to be fixed a little better, which was the civil forfeiture law.
Right.
And he was talking about how a corrupt police station was like taking money, like people's money who any like cash they had, claiming it was drug money.
Beer will not freeze it. Well, no, beer will start to icicle if you throw it in the freezer. But babe,
and
just set them on their side, top shelf, and pull it out the box.
So basically, this
it's not work.
It's work for me.
All
today.
So in situations where these police officers end up, you know, being found that they did wrongfully arrest someone or take their money, I should say, because civil forfeiture is basically arresting asset rather than an actual person.
Yes.
If they're found to be in the wrong, there is no repercussion currently.
I have a point to make on that. Hold on. I had to take my morning meds. Forgot about that this morning.
Let me finish the story first, and then I'll let you get to your point on that.
I have a counterpoint to
it's
that.
More of a story rather than a debate thing.
Oh yeah, well, it's that specific item because there's something that happened here not too many years ago that relates exactly to civil forfeiture.
Yeah. So basically, this police station that ended up being found being corrupt later on, which is ironic. They had, so they had taken the money that was supposed to be, in a civil forfeiture, and they kept it. And there's no laws against them keeping it, or at the time there wasn't. And so they spent it. I think it was like in the middle of Arizona. They spent it on a Zamboni.
Okay, so in Arizona, the laws that restrict cops are a lot more lenient than anywhere else in the country. Arizona is kind of that weird outlier within the rest of the continental U.S. I'm not going to speak on Hawaii or Alaska because Hawaii is mostly, it doesn't have as much issues with the police force because it's such a high tourism area.
Yeah.
And because it's such a high native area, so there's kind of a mix between the native Hawaiians and the local police department. that isn't native, so they kind of work together more than anything else.